right, guys, so here we are. We have the lesson for this beautiful lavender field. So this is what I did. So this is my first generation away from the reference. Now what you just saw was the next generation, because I'm going to use my thumbnail right here to do a small 4" by 6" canvas panel. This canvas panel came in a pack of 3, like this, all stacked up with 3 of them for $1 at the dollar store. So many of the dollar stores are starting to carry some art supplies. You can do this with dollar store art supplies when you're just starting out and you want to see if you like even doing it. So I am starting here. I'm using the Artist Loft Professional acrylic paints. These are lovely. They're nicely pigmented. They're heavy enough body that you can actually, paint something and paint over things and have the colors be opaque enough. And I'm going to be painting straight from the tubes. I'm not doing any color mixing on a palette. It's all going to be done here. First off, we're going to put a bit of teal for the sky. White, and this white has a little bit of paint in it because I got a little bit of paint on the lid. That's one of the things when you're doing straight from the tubes, your paints can get contaminated around the opening. You can wipe it off. It's not that big of a deal for me. I am going to put a little bit, just tiny touch. Woo, that's enough. That's enough of that. Tiny touch of the phthalo blue, and then a couple touches of the yellow, and then we're going to put some of this quinacridone magenta down here. Whoa. And we're just going to make that a little bit bigger plops. There we go. And I'm even going to take some of that blue and move it, because I don't need that much up there. This is going to end up being our purpley lavender. And I am going to put some white down here also. This is the background. So now what we're going to do is we are going to softly mix. We're going to go back and forth, softly mix that teal sky. It was a real interesting kind of color here. I want clouds going through it. So that's what this is all about. Just working back and forth. And then I still have my dirty knife. I'm going to turn this around. So now look at that. See how pretty that is? And we're just mixing it right on the canvas panel. And right now I'm working upside down. Work that little hillside right there. We've got some dark blue in here still, so I can work that across. Get a little hillside going. So now we're going to get this worked into being a really pretty lavender color. See, it's not hard, and I do need to put a little more paint on, so I will. But I wanted to kind of get that base coat, even though it doesn't need to be so dark in the background. I kind of like having that. As an underlayer. There we go. I'm going to let that sort of mix now, right up there at that top edge and coming down. See how easy that was? Now I want a touch more white in here. Just a touch. I'm going to make that just soften up now. But we have that underlayer. There we go. I'm taking straight from the tube Prussian blue onto my palette knife so I can start putting in some of these spikies. This is the shadows in the spikes. And we just keep working them in however we want. Little dots, grouping of dots in little pyramids, or kind of like spires on a church. Remember, these are the shadows in the background, and we're just going to put them in. Again, just taking a little bit of that paint right onto the tip. And the thing you want to do is make sure that it's not, you don't want all of them the same height. You don't want all of them stopping at the same point, unless it's all the way off the canvas. I have that little bit of paint on the back of my knife, and I'm just doing a light tap. And then I want one coming in off the edge. This is the shadow. You know, and it's not like we have to, you're not going to come up with the exact same thing that I am. It would be really surprising if I could come up with the exact same thing that I am. All right, so we've got shadows. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and get a few of these little shadowy lines sort of cut in using just the edge of the knife. And maybe the flat of the knife. I kind of want a little bit of that to feel a little bit more like there's grasses and plant bits and stuff. And then you can go just drag through it. That's how easy this is. This is abstract. This is not realism. It's almost impressionistic, or it is kind of impressionistic, because we are making flowers. So I've got my Prussian blue on there. So now I'm going to take my knife, and I'm going to get a nice little blop. So now you can see all of those colors mixing. Here's the knife. We're going to just start putting a few little drops of magenta. We're just tapping them. going to take white to lighten this up. But first, I need my colors that are going to make purple. Purple and pink, because you know, lavender can be pink also. There we go. Let's see how that goes. So now we're going to add a bit of white. And I don't really have a specific light source on this. It was kind of front lit. So I'm just dropping color on, dropping that on there. So now that I've got all of this on here, I'm going to try something I haven't done. Because you know, you're going along on my journey as I learn how to do these fun types of paintings. And so what I want to do is go ahead and just take the back flat of the knife and squish. And then I can, oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? We get all that fun mixing and texture. Then you can take the dirty knife and drop a few more down low that are out of focus. Oh, that is so cool. And it's working because the shape of the knife is the right shape. The shape of the knife is kind of a triangular diamond or triangular shape, which makes it so that the flowers get shaped the right way. They taper off towards the tip. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. I think I need to just work something back here because I had sort of this odd little spot that ended up there. This field is full of flowers. Now I'm just going to go like this and pull through them to give us that center stock feel. Nice. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of phthalo green. It's very dark. Put a few little spots of phthalo green in here, and then I might tap in a little bit of yellow. Not too much, because I don't want it to turn either orange or brown, because the yellow is the complementary color to that purple. But I want to highlight those greens just a smidge, and then we're done. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below if you like this type of video where I do the speed video and then come in and do the lesson. Is that something that you would want to watch again? Let me know. I'm going to be putting a few of these up, hoping to get enough response to know if this is something that I really should do or not. You know, sometimes one video doesn't give you enough information. I love it. I think the only thing I want to do is I want to put a little bit more of a cloud in the sky. So I'm just going to take a bit of white on the back of this knife. Just a bit, see, not very much. And then I am going to set it down. And just get some clouds. Just because I want my landscape here to feel a little bit more expansive. And there we are. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure that you click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. Tell me if you enjoy having videos where I'm talking. Or would you rather have just the plain abstract video with no talking and have the lesson as a separate video? Because you know what? I can do that too. Okay guys, remember to go out, do something creative, take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I hope to see you back here again really soon. Bye-bye.